Is there anything anybody wants to do or say, or are you just kind of just silent right now?
Does the sun symbol that's everywhere, does it come out as, do I recognize it? Is it from
The
It's
sun
the
symbol?
Morning Lord symbol.
Yeah, it's the Morning Lord. You recognize
Morning
it.
Okay. It's not like weird than other Morning Lord symbols
No,
I've seen?
it looks totally legit and normal.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't look totally legit and normal.
This
No,
person right here. When he says that she's my work in progress, I'm gonna like basically outright just be like, you made her?
Yes, I've made her as a bride.
For who?
He looks to the ground for a moment, and then
Wait.
his eyes go into the fire, and he says, "For Strahd."
Okay, not what I was thinking, but alright. I was thinking for Water Boy.
For Waterboy.
Bobby Boucher.
What a boy.
Bobby Boucher.
It wasn't Water Boy, it was What a Boy.
What a boy.
What a boy.
I have so
Mama says you're the
many
devil, Colonel Sanders.
questions. I don't know where to start. Why does she look vaguely like Irina?
Didn't you see the paintings in Strahd's castle that looked like Irina?
Yes, but how does he know that?
Viscilla, sit
Fair.
down. The woman sits in a chair, and he taps her on the shoulder and says, "Remember how I taught you how to eat. Your etiquette. Please, we have guests." And the woman begins to slowly start cutting into the meat on her plate.
What did he call her?
Vasilka.
Vasilka.
I don't like this.
Also don't like this.
So, what did you ask? Sorry,
It was like a roundabout question because I asked it and then Nathan commented, but I don't know if you commented in game or not. Basically, I asked why she looks like Irina.
Well, the truth is she does not look like Irina, but rather that Irina looks like Tatiana.
Who's Tatiana?
The paintings in Strahd.
As you step,
probably...
he steps towards you, Genlin, and motions to the table and said, "Please, come sit."
Tiny's both saying this out loud because he thinks you want an answer and also to work it through in his head.
Okay. Xander's not frustrated with it. Megan is, so that's fine. If that's the reason.
I'm just gonna say I'm not hungry. I'm good standing for now.
Do you have any vegetable broth?
All I have is what's on the table. There's a variety of fruits, vegetables, meats. It's a very well put together feast.
Tiny eats.
Oh, of course he does.
Tatiana was Sergei's bride-to-be.
Who was Sergei?
Strahd's brother.
Lake Boy.
I am surprised you do not know this. I know that Strahd brought you here for a reason, and I do not intend to provide any sort of disruption to that. All I ask is for your help, and then I can return a favor.
Doing what?
Tiny scoots the chair a little bit further away from him.
He lifts a hand towards Vasilka and says, "My bride needs a bridal dress." If I wish to present her to Strahd, I need to make sure that she is looking as intended.
What? Why are you making Strahd a wife?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I have been in Barovia for a very long time. When I first started my quest here, I was a fool who thought that I could defeat Strahd. But he broke me completely. And any hope and aspirations I had just disappeared. All I wish is to be free of this awful place. So after countless years of trying to fight Strahd, I realized it was all in vain. And the only way to possibly leave is to deal with him himself.
Do you actually think he's gonna let you leave?
I've lost many years of freedom. I do not expect to ever be free again, just as I expect you to never be free again. But
Cheerful.
we all at least still try, don't we? He stands and begins to walk back over to this side of the room.
None of us are seamstresses.
I don't expect you to sew a dress. There are many dressmakers in Vallaki.
Of course they're in Vallaki.
It's the heart of Barovia. The living heart, anyway. He looks into the fire.
I'm gonna follow his gaze into the fire, knowing as a player that there's probably nothing there.
If you bring me a dress for Vasilka, I can offer you a piece of my magic. I can bring 3 bodies back from the dead. I believe that is a fair exchange.
Can we talk about this in private?
2 questions. I have 2 questions.
I have many.
He turns and looks at you and says, if this deal is not taken here, I will go to someone in the village of Krezik and ask them then this exact request.
No, my questions have nothing to do. I think your request is perfectly real. 1, can you please help her?
He called for
I
medical.
know, but this is taking so long.
I offer you no assurance here that these are words that you will like, but the woman that you knew as Irina is dead.
Tiny stands up very not happily.
There are stories of rebirth and unrequited love that spans life and death. Strahd's curse came from what he did to his family. And part of this was losing Tatiana. He will hunt her and hunt for her until he has her again. And I believe today you just brought Tatiana back.
What do you mean?
This crying woman
dead.
is now Tatiana.
That is what I believe. Irina was never Irina. Irina was always Tatiana. Just waiting to be awoken again. Let me guess, you brought her here as a sort of respite from the reach of Strahd, yes? Strahd
Yes.
wanted her. Is that not true?
At the
That's
request
true.
of her brother.
It's almost beautiful the way life sometimes works exactly like the stories say. I am sorry that I brought this news to you, but I unfortunately cannot help her as she once was. Whatever happened at that pool, your only hope in keeping her safe is attempting to have that happen again. Or he looks towards Vasilka and says, use her as your ticket out of here.
I really think we should chat about this, guys. I say looking to both
Okay,
of them.
second question. These bodies, these people that you can bring back from the dead, will they look like, that?
No. Vasilka is a creation. A raise dead spell. The only problem is the occasional risk of madness. For dying in Barovia puts you right into Strahd's clutches. If you need time, I will leave. Do not worry about Vasilka. She only listens to me. I'll enjoy the clouds in the sky and the mist over the mountains. Let me know when you need me.
Where did you get the pieces to make Vasilka?
It's fine. We don't need to know the answer to that
I kind of want to know.
The graveyard you wandered past as you entered the churchyard proper.
Yeah, we didn't need to know the answer to that question.
The
I
bodies
feel
were
like it
interred-
influences our choices.
The bodies were interred for the work of the Morning Lord. Under the
Is
grace
this-
of the Morning Lord. And they continue in righteous death to serve the Morning Lord. I'll give you
Okay.
some time to talk.
Thank
Oh,
you.
hail the morning lord.
He closes the
As
door
you-
behind him.
As he leaves, I'm just gonna be like, thank goodness that Accipiter is not here. He would have a fucking cow right now.
But I mean, at least he's doing his god's work.
We don't know if
Okay.
he made it out of the castle. Still,
I hope.
we hope he made it out of the castle.
May soon bless him.
All hail the morning lord.
All hail the
No!
morning lord.
Not if this is what he stands for.
Isn't okay.
Okay, so we need to make another deal with another unsavory person.
I don't think so. I think I'm done with deals. I don't like how the first one's working out.
Yeah, we just need to get a dress.
Yeah, but when we have to come
In
back
the
here.
town that we just came from, and I don't have the time to do that.
It only took us like what, 3 hours to get
Yeah,
here.
it's a little bit less. Like it's like 5-hour walk.
Yeah.
Tiny, why do you want to raise the dead anyways?
I don't.
Less raise dead, more get out of here, and not
Why?
have.
He even said that if we don't do it, someone else
It's
will.
gonna happen anyway. Also, like, I'd rather this shambling thing be the bride and not my friend.
But you heard him.
I don't see why we have to do this at all. Why don't we just leave? Why don't we go try figuring out what the weird pond thing was? Clearly there's something else going on with Irina, Tatiana, whatever you want to call her. This does not feel right.
Does much feel right since in the last, like, 2-3 week month. I don't know how long we've been here.
Why would anybody have told us to bring Irina here for safety? This does not feel like a safe place.
I mean,
At
I don't
least
know. I
the
feel like
other
Emily was
church.
going to say what I was going to say.
At least the other
I
church
was-
felt safe.
I was gonna say that it might have. Most of the people there don't have means to travel. They just heard rumors of a church here,
Oh, no.
and they said that might be the next best bet.
Yeah,
and just
so
told us that.
You might not remember this, but the person who told you about the Abbey of St. Markovia was the priest in Barovia who went crazy because his son was a vampire.
That's right. Okay, well that makes sense.
It's all rumor. It's all people looking for the best scenario, and obviously this is not the one. And I don't think Irina's here. She's not here anymore.
I don't think we should get the dress.
I don't think we should get it either.
I think whatever we do, we should just
leave.
Yeah, something
We
else.
can bring Irina with us or not, but I don't think it makes a difference anymore.
I want to go look at that pool again. And I wouldn't mind trying to find somebody in town to talk to about Tatiana and
Sergey.
whatever the other guys. Yeah, Sergey.
Sergey.
Because this whole Abbey just... Oof.
I'll tell you, not many will know about the history of Strahd.
Okay. Well, then I think we should just leave.
So we've met his sister, we've met his brother. What else are we gonna meet next?
Sister-in-law to be.
No. What's the other one's name? The one that gave us the fortune.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah,
sister. Yeah, I even forgot about that.
Sister. Yeah.
Is the sister of Strahd. Strahd told us that himself, so it's got to be true.
Everything Strahd says. 100% true.
Well, actually, I believe it. He has not.
He hasn't lied to us yet.
He hasn't lied to us yet. He's been very truthful.
Yeah.
I don't see any means of not believing him.
I'll look to Tiny and just be like,
Oh.
Oh God! She's alive. No.
I will support you if you want to go get the dress, but I'm not coming back here. I don't see a point.
No. All it's doing is doing something else for Strahd. I don't know why he needs Tatiana, or some form of Tatiana.
Well, it sounds like she was his obsession back then.
Yes, but I meant like as some sort of ritual or to make himself stronger or what. There's no reason he would need this woman besides his own power. And
I don't think Vasilka is going to satiate whatever he desires.
So I think if we do this is potentially making him stronger. If at least we don't do it.
Nathan heavily disagree with what you're saying, Mike. I don't think it's going to make him stronger. I think he's just an evil, fucked up guy who has an obsession, like in Dracula. In Dracula, he wants the woman. It doesn't make him stronger. He just is obsessed with her. That's all it is.
That's fair.
That's fair. In character, Genlin has no idea what magic is happening here. He barely understands his own fucking
Dracula?
magic.
So, in my homeland, there is a really not good book.
Yeah, I mean, Genlin literally doesn't understand his own magic. He got it from somebody else.
It's fair. Okay. If we just leave, it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah, but it might be slower.
And it's not going to waste my time.
Yeah.
If we leave, it is going to happen anyway. What he said was...
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What he said was that the only hope is that we can get what happened to Irina to happen again.
Yes.
So, that implies taking this thing to the lake and having the same thing happen to her that happened to Irina. And he said that if that is the case, it could help. I guess not Irina anymore, but...
Yeah. I think it was to close this door, it might be better just to let her walk into the lake with Sergey. Is what he meant.
That's not at all what I got from what he said.
I vaguely agree with Mike. I didn't get those vibes, but that...
I don't think it's gonna, like, lift some curse or anything. I think it's literally just to put now Tatiana to rest.
That makes sense.
If that's the case, then I want to be here when it happens.
That's fair. We can bring her back down to the pond and see what happens.
We probably shouldn't do it without the rabbit's blessing.
Rabbits?
Why?
Because the rabbit, the guy who just left.
Oh.
Why?
I feel like, well, okay. So, on one hand, like, maybe either this does in fact put her to rest, which, yay, good, we did something nice. Or something terrible happens, and he probably knows which of the two options will happen.
Air?
Yeah.
I'd rather not roll the dice.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I guess. I don't trust him, but we can take him to the pond with us if he'll come. I'm cool with this option. Mostly I just want to go home, I think. I want to go back and try and accomplish our other goals.
Yep. Try and find... Oh, my thing's resetting. I can't move. I was going to move and go to the door, but I can just say it. I'm going to move and go to the door and be like, we have some questions for you.
He steps back in and says, "What would you like to know?"
You said if we bring Tatiana or Irina back down to the pond, there's a chance it'll happen again.
There's a chance that anything can happen again, truly. You just need faith.
What would happen if the Sergei water person and her reunite?
I have no idea. To be honest, a part of me never expected Tatiana to be born again. But here we are.
What is the point in giving this? Like, I understand that you think that it could get you freedom, but what is the point in what you are trying to do? I don't understand.
As I said, I have spent many years fighting Strahd. I came in here foolish enough to believe I could help Barovia. But Strahd always wins. So instead of fighting him, I'm hoping to barter my way out of Barovia.
And what happens if Strahd gets the woman?
I have no idea. I just know how much he wants Tatiana.
I'm gonna walk over. And like looking at Tiny, just kind of like almost questioningly as I do this, if he wants to stop me. I'm gonna pick up Irina or Tatiana, or whatever her name is now. Do you do anything, Tiny? Then I'm going to start walking with her towards the door.
As you begin to leave, he says, "So will you be buying Vasilka a dress?"
Unfortunately, I think we have too much on our plate right now.
Then unfortunately I must ask you to leave immediately and never return to the Abbey of St. Markovia. If you do
That
so, I
sounds-
will kill you myself.
Fair enough. We are on our way out.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I see now that
sword.
you are truly in league with the devil himself. And he turns and looks towards the fire.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Sorry, I froze up after I'll kill you myself.
Oh, he said, I can tell you are in league with the devil himself.
And then he looks at the fire again,
Looks at the fire.
all dramatic like.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll
Quickly.
carry Irina and
Oh, hello.
Moose.
I mean, they were there the whole time, really, let's be honest.
No, they don't. They left.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Um,
Oh boy.
so as they're leaving, Tiny clears his throat.
Mm-hmm.
At the abbot. And if I come back with a dress for you,
He turns on his feet and says, you know my offer and my reward.
how can you guarantee me that I can get back into the city? I won't
will
have wine
speak
this
to
time.
the Burgomeister, and I will give you access.
If I'm not back in 2 days, I will not be back, but I will try my best.
He steps forward, leaning over the table, and says, if you're not back in 2 days with a dress. And then he just clenches his fist and pushes it down on the table and says, I have been played with enough in Barovia. And I have grown tired of this constant game that Strahd and everyone plays. As this is happening, they're walking out, and he begins to yell. You notice that bright, shimmering wings begin to grow out from his back. And then when he releases his fist, they recede back into, back under his cloak. And says,
Yep, that's about what I was expecting.
2 days. And you will
And then
return.
Tiny gets up and leaves.
Okay.
As you guys step out, the courtyard is filled now with more of the dog people, and their eyes are fixed on you, and they seem hungry.
Oh no.
Quickly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay with Genlin.
We're not going to have time to take her to the lake.
Why not?
We're going to take it because we need to leave now. He literally said we need to get the
Yeah,
fuck
the-
out of here.
Of the
The
Abbey,
Abbey.
of the Abbey, not Krezik.
Yeah.
Not Crest.
Oh, okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah, no, just the Abbey.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
As you guys step out and are going down the path, the two that were at the door are now watching you guys leave from the other entrance.
Sweet.
Oh. Once
but-
we get, like, here, I'm going to talk to the other guys.
Sure.
Where? No. Okay.
Just outside the gate. Bloop.
To the
Bye,
pond.
Irina.
He wants, Tiny
Before
wants
I talk
you
to
guys.
them,
Irina,
one second.
keep
Before
up.
I talk to them, that rolled. Oh, never mind. Okay, nothing.
Yeah, you do not know what that was.
I have ideas that I'm still going to spout, but I don't know that they're accurate. I think he is either an angel or is the Morning Lord.
Excuse me?
I'm
I think-
sorry?
I think the abbot is either an angel or the Morning Lord himself.
You think either of those would be chopping up people and sewing them back together?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know which side of me you're on the screen, but gesturing to you, yes.
I think that with the amount of power that Strahd has, he could capture anything that tried to come here to stop him. I think that the town, which the town of Vallaki, he wants the Burgomeister gone because he worships the Morning Lord, who is something or someone that spits in the face of Strahd because he thought he could beat him.
But
I
he's
think
working
this is a
for Strahd.
no. I do not believe that he is.
Okay, all right, hang on. Like, let's take a step back from the situation for a moment. What are you suggesting based on this information?
I'm
Other than cool.
Well, first off, he did sprout wings when I was talking to him, so there is that. Big fiery golden wings, so that's a thing that happened. I'm also suggesting that you probably don't need my help to do what you need to do in Vallaki, and I'm going to buy a dress and come back here.
We're gonna take a break for you
I
too.
mean,
That's a good break.